So there's been some last minute changes for my PB attempt. Woo! Unfortunately, Storm Goretti a few weeks ago has still covered Seaford Promenade in a sugar ton load of stones. Funnily enough, I didn't fancy breaking my ankles today. So I've come down to Eastbourne instead, the sort of like other flattest course that I know. It may not be the worst idea I've had because it feels like -2 down on the seafront. So hopefully being inland a bit more will make it a bit easier for us today. But do not worry, we are still going for the PB attempt today on my 25th park run. We're hopefully going to be going to beat my 22 minute 40 PB, which I think averages out around 4 minutes 32 per kilometre. I've been training for this quite heavily over the last few weeks, so I feel like I can probably do it. I did also find out that today is the 14th year of Eastbourne Parkrun, and they are doing some celebrations today, especially with their volunteering side of everything. So I am expecting this to be quite busy. So I need to start near the front if I want to get a good start, because if we remember from my parkrun a few weeks ago, I got stuck at the start for a little bit. But come on then, let's do this. I've been training for it. Let's go!
And they're off! And I am already in the mud to get round the crowds of people. I thought I'd started far enough to the front of the crowd, but there were so many people there that this was as far as I got. And the pace already is not looking good. Remember, I need a pace quicker than 4 minutes 32 per kilometre to beat my PB. Hopefully the crowd spreads out a little bit soon. Otherwise I'm going to have to take some drastic action and run on the grass. Oh no, around 200 metres in and we're still doing a suboptimal pace. And we are colliding with other runners as we're trying to get round puddles. This is not going well. I currently have two options. One, I absolutely gun it when I get a chance to try and catch up, like you can see I'm doing now in small bursts. Or two, I just give up on my PB effort today and try again another week. But it does seem that I have gone with option number one here. So we're going to crack on and go for that PB. After a few stints of sprinting and getting past some crowds of people, we are onto the nice straight flat part of the course. We are on the pace that we need now, so hopefully there's not been too much damage done with that start. Oh, and pay no attention to the slopometer this video, it's been having an absolute meltdown for some reason, and I have no idea why. So that is 1 kilometre done, and it was a 4 minute 35. That is just off pace of that 4 minute 32 that I need. So it does look like those bursts of overtaking that I've done have done a lot of damage control. Hopefully though, I haven't burned off too much energy early on, and it doesn't catch up and bite me in the arse later. It looks like the pace has slightly dropped off now, but it was very hard to keep an eye on how I was doing because I had to keep checking my watch for the pace. I was meant to have my watch linked to my headphones, which I wore as a one-off because I don't normally wear my headphones on a park run, just so I can have a little voice in my ear giving me cues of when to slow down or speed up. But, as usual, technology and I did not get on very well, so I had to do everything but eye and keep looking at my watch all the way through the run. And that is 2 kilometres, and we did it in a 4 minute 25. That is an excellent pace. It seems that the last chunk of the previous kilometre was run at a much faster pace, which means so far so good. But that heart rate is slowly starting to creep up. Need to make sure we keep an eye on that. And that is D Mills from Crown My Run coming the other way. Normally seem to cross paths at Eastbourne Parkrun, but this time I am much further along the course before he's come the other way. Either he's slower or I'm doing well and faster than usual. I mean, it surely has to be the second option, as D Mills doesn't do slow runs. We are at the halfway point, and this time the man/cone is wearing a rather fetching party hat. This is because it is the 14th birthday of Eastbourne Parkrun. At the start we all sang happy birthday, which was a bit of fun, and there was also a very heavy lean onto the commitment of the volunteers over the last 14 years. I mean, which is blooming right, as Parkrun wouldn't be anything without its volunteers. crossing the 3 km mark, and it's a 4:35. That is a bit slower again, but I feel like at this point I was already starting to struggle. Almost as much as my slopometer is right now. Yeah, I'm definitely not running a -15 slope. Hopefully the sun's not as bad as last time. No, it's incredibly bright once again. This next kilometre is going to make or break my PB attempts. Right, the pace is okay, but that heart rate has definitely crept up a bit too, which means there is a lot of effort going into this right now. I mean, I should be putting some effort into this. It is also my 25th park run today, so I have hit my first milestone. And what is the best way to celebrate than to please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And also feel free to check out some of the other videos too. We have more park runs and main events, but obviously check them after watching this video. No, unfortunately that is not the sound of me running incredibly quick, as unfortunately we have slowed down ever so slightly, as we are now 4 km down and 1 to go, and it was done in a 4:39. That is my slowest kilometre so far this run. I do feel at this point that the initial kilometre where I had to gun it has finally caught up to me. We really do have a lot to make up for in this final kilometre. Hopefully the look of pain doesn't show too much on my face there. Pounding through under the bridge, and that pace is looking good. As you can hear, my breathing is very laboured, and I feel like the guy in front is holding a good pace, so I think I'll stick with him as best I can for now. 500 metres to go, and I'm feeling a little bit cocky and go for an overtake.
Yeah, let's go. Thank you.
Some words of encouragement there. Let's see if I can keep this sub 4 minute per kilometre pace going all the way to the end. 200 metres to go, and we are still holding pace, but our friend that we overtook earlier is coming back. Their shadow is right on top of mine. My breathing is getting very interesting too. You can really tell I'm giving it my all right now. Push, Tom, push! The finish line is in sight. We are so nearly there, and that pace is amazing. And what a kick as he goes flying by. I can only hold on and push for the line, and it is a 4:13. A very quick last kilometre. But was it enough? It's time for a quick sexy selfie first. Oop, a naughty rude word. And the face of a man who has given it his all after a very challenging start.
Woo! Well, doesn't matter where I blooming park here, always seems like the sun gets me. Oh, that was a painful run. I really pushed through that. Unfortunately, I didn't pay attention to my own advice. I didn't quite start near the front as I should have. I thought I started far enough at the front, but I did get stuck for quite a little bit at the beginning, and I didn't have to sprint around on the grass to get ahead. And I feel like that may have burnt off a bit too much energy to start with, and I may have bugged myself up for the rest of the run. But I feel like I handled it well. I still powered through, did a decentish pace, and I'm fairly sure I beat my PB. So yes, but we'll see the results properly in a minute. So next plans, I have booked, or will be booking, the Gatwick Half Marathon, which is in May, so I'll start training for that. I'll still be doing park runs every weekend, so we'll see more videos on that, don't you worry. But for now, we'll see what the results were. The results will be coming from there. We did it! We have a new PB of 22 minutes and 27 seconds, where we averaged a 4:30 per kilometre. Out of 414 runners, I came 47th, and in my age bracket of senior male, I came 7th with an age grade of 57.76. So a great end to the video there with a PB. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and also check out some other videos, and we'll catch you in the next video. Cheers, bye.